Imagine this. You wake up in a dark room. No sunlight, no soft music, no comfort. Just silence, a hard floor beneath you, and a sword leaning against the wall. You know what today demands of you. Fight, endure, sharpen yourself. Not because someone asked you to, not because the world cares, but because you refuse to live as a weak man. That's the art of ruthless self-discipline. Most people think discipline is about routines, calendars, gym memberships, and motivational quotes plastered on their wall. That's child's play. True discipline is darker, it's violent. It's a war inside your mind, and every day you're either the conqueror or the conquered. Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest samurai who ever lived, understood this. He made his first kill at a very young age. He went on to fight duel after duel and never lost once. He wasn't born special. He forged himself through ruthless training, self-denial, and a hatred for weakness. And Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, ruled the largest empire in the world, yet lived as if every day was his last, constantly reminding himself that comfort was poison and that mastery over self was greater than mastery over nations. Two men, two different worlds, yet both carried the same weapon, brutal self-discipline. And if you're watching this right now, chances are you're tired of being ordinary, tired of waking up weak, tired of being controlled by cravings, fears, distractions. You want to build a life that feels sharp, unbreakable. You want power. Then stay with me, because what you're about to hear is not self-help fluff. It's war strategy for your soul. Let's dive in. 1. The enemy within. Musashi teaches that the primary battle is an internal one. Your goal each day should be to surpass who you were the day before. Only after achieving this self-mastery can you expect to outperform others. Think about that. The greatest samurai wasn't obsessed with beating others. He was obsessed with beating himself, because he knew the real enemy wasn't out there, it was inside. Your enemy is the voice that tells you to hit snooze, the hunger that tells you to binge, the fear that whispers you're not ready, the distraction that pulls you from your mission. Weak men obey that voice. Strong men crush it. Marcus Aurelius says that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have absolute control over how we perceive and react to those events. Understanding this fundamental difference is the source of true resilience. Self-discipline is not about controlling the world. It's about controlling the animal inside you. If you can't control your own urges, your own laziness, your own emotions, then you're already enslaved. Doesn't matter if you drive a nice car or flash money on Instagram. If you can't govern yourself, you're just another slave dressed in gold. 2. The dark truth about comfort. Here's the harsh truth. Comfort is killing you. Musashi despised comfort. He rejected luxury, refused to own anything unnecessary, and lived like a monk even at the height of his fame. Why? Because he knew comfort softens the blade. A warrior who indulges becomes a warrior who dies. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor of Rome, slept on the ground like a soldier when he was at war. He constantly reminded himself of death, disease, betrayal, because he didn't want to get drunk on the illusions of comfort. And look at us today, drowning in convenience, food delivered in minutes, entertainment at a swipe, comfort everywhere. And yet men are more depressed, more anxious, more hollow than ever. Why? Because the body thrives on challenge and the soul starves in comfort. If you want strength, you must choose the path of hardship voluntarily. Cold showers, brutal workouts, fasting, long nights of work when everyone else is partying. That's how you carve a man out of flesh. 3. A small story. The man in the cave. There's an old story I once heard of a man who wanted to train himself to endure any pain. He locked himself in a cave for 1 year. No light, no soft bed, just stone, water, and the echo of his own thoughts. Every day he meditated. Every day he forced himself to endure hunger, silence, solitude. When he finally came out, people didn't recognize him. His body was lean, scarred, hardened. His eyes looked like steel. He had become a weapon. That story might be a myth, but the point is clear. Discipline is forged in suffering. You cannot escape it. If you want to be unbreakable, you must bleed for it. 4. Why most men fail. Most men fail at discipline because they treat it like motivation. They think they'll feel like it. But Musashi didn't wait to feel ready before drawing his sword. Marcus didn't wait to feel motivated before waking up before dawn to rule an empire. You don't wait for feelings. You act despite them. You want to know the difference between weak men and strong men? Weak men wait for energy, confidence, inspiration. Strong men move without it. That's discipline. Discipline is doing push-ups when your body screams stop. Discipline is writing when your mind is empty. Discipline is rejecting pleasure when it's served to you on a silver plate. 5. A scene from a movie. Think of Batman Begins. Remember when Bruce Wayne trains with Ra's al Ghul in the mountains? He's beaten down, frozen, starved, but he learns to control fear, anger, and pain. That scene resonates because it's a mirror of our own struggle. Batman wasn't born fearless. He built it through discipline, through enduring what others run from. Your life is no different. You may not fight crime in Gotham, but every man faces his own battlefield. The question is, will you sharpen your blade or let it rust? 6. The red pill of self-discipline. Here's the red pill. Waiting for a hero is a waste of time. You must become the hero of your own story. Nobody cares about your excuses. The world respects results, not reasons. Musashi didn't have a coach, a therapist, or a self-help book. Marcus didn't cry on social media for validation. They carried their burdens in silence and built themselves into legends. That's what ruthless self-discipline is. The ability to kill weakness before it kills you. 7. How to build ruthless discipline. Practical steps. Kill comfort before it kills you. Start cutting luxuries. Sleep on the floor once a week. Skip meals. Walk in the cold without a jacket. Train your body to suffer so your mind doesn't collapse when life gets hard. Win small battles every day. Musashi said victory is daily, so stack wins. Wake up without snooze. Do the workout. Read a page. Write a sentence. Every small victory is a knife in the heart of weakness. Face death. Marcus Aurelius told himself that since he could die at any moment, he should let that truth guide all of his actions, words, and thoughts. Detach from pleasure. Musashi avoided women, alcohol, and wealth because he knew indulgence destroys clarity. Start by saying no to one pleasure a day. Watch your strength grow. Create an iron code. Both Musashi and Marcus had codes. Write yours, rules you never break. Then live by them, even if it burns. That's how men become legends. 8. The way of the disciplined mind. While Musashi teaches that there are many valid paths to the summit of success, Aurelius provides the essential rule for walking them. Never compromise your integrity. The way forward is flexible, but your principles must not be. Different paths, same mountain, the mountain of self-mastery. You don't need to be a samurai. You don't need to be an emperor, but you need to be ruthless. You need to carve discipline so deep into your bones that you can no longer even recognize the weak, fragile man you used to be. Because here's the truth. The world will always bend for the disciplined. The weak will serve you, the masses will envy you, and death itself will respect you. So sharpen your blade, harden your mind, burn away every ounce of softness. Become a man of ruthless self-discipline, because anything less is slavery, and slavery is death. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.